Hi everyone, this is Nadia. I'm an occult specialist that uses spiritual intelligence to empower entrepreneurs and to help empower life story to live a balanced life. It's raining, so I'm trying to hide under this roof or something, or whatever you want to call it, but there is something that I wanted to share with you guys. So I just came out of a masterclass at a very well-known hotel. I don't know if you guys can see in the background the Mayfair Hotel. And it was a masterclass on like makeup and like doing stuff, new looks. And something really came to me that most people don't really consider in society. It doesn't have much to do with makeup, interestingly enough. It's more to do about lateral thinking. So it's not going to be a long video, and I love posting short videos and just sharing my thoughts as I go along in the city. So lateral thinking is basically seeing situations from different perspectives. So I can move this all around and you guys are seeing a different perspective from each place and everything that you're seeing. Okay, so traditionally in the ancient times, in royalty, even till today, lateral thinking is very heavily used. So one of my mentors actually used to teach me this, and it's called the triple M, the multiple mental models. He made me study a door handle for 2 weeks. It made absolutely no sense to me, but obviously practicing the work I do now, it absolutely does. So lateral thinking is very powerful because most people have linear thinking, and I often speak about linear thinking so heavily because it's not a past, present, future. It's you have to go revisit things. There's so many people we see, especially in Western society, who are very, very, very good at their work. They're very good at their business. But when you put them in survival situations, when you put them in situations where they need to figure out what next, just dumb as rocks. Or as somebody I know used to say, man, we both knew this guy and he's so good at business, so good at professional work, very successful. And when we used to look at him, we were like, how? This fucker is as dumb as a box of rocks. How? And that goes back to the lateral thinking. That goes back to the fact that there are different types of intelligences. Somebody can be very good in bed, but they're a jack-off when it comes to work. Somebody can be very, very good with money, but they're dumb as shit when it comes to relationships. And so when you have different types and variants of thinking is going to employ that multiple mental models in order to get you ahead in life. So if you are not finding success in one area of your life, it's not about applying what you're doing in one area to the other. What you might be, for instance, I'll give an example. What makes me very, very successful with Spartanite as a business isn't particularly going to make me successful with a man, isn't going to make me successful with a friend. I can take tips and move it there, but the energy that I'm going to use Spartanite with is not particularly as much as forceful as very direct. And sometimes direct doesn't cover it in your personal life, and there are things whereby you have to chop and change, and you have to understand that not two situations are alike. It's like that snowflake situation, right? It's not two snowflakes are alike. And so really that's what ritual work or working with spirits teaches you, that you learn to assess situations. Most people cannot assess a situation because they are within that comfort zone of theirs. They are within whatever they've always known. I know that I used to have a client years ago who I mentored, and she said to me, you know, Nadia, I've worked in corporate for 25 years. I was thinking, wow, I'm not sure if I can help you. I'm not sure I'm the person to be able to help you. Why? Because the way I'm thinking is not a linear box. Boxes are for warehouses, not humans. I said it in the previous video, and I'll keep saying it's probably going to be my tagline. And now we're going to see on people's pages, boxes are for warehouses, not for humans. Because you always get people that just want to come take your work and like help themselves to a buffet. Like you're just too dumb to think of your own shit, so now you want to come take mine. That's a common thing, and I've experienced it with a lot of women trying to take my work, so I get used to it. Anyway, lateral thinking is what's going to put you ahead. You think of situations whereby most people in today's world rely heavily in technology. They can't drive a car without GPS. They can't do anything because everything is online. But lateral thinking, when you outsource your thinking, you become dumb. Traditionally, when I look at game shows, basically. Like, you guys know in the UK that there is a game show that comes on TV. It's called The Crystal Maze. When I was little, I used to love watching The Crystal Maze. Probably showing my age here, but yeah. And it was like at least a good, well over 30 years, well, pushing over 30, 35 years ago, there was a really good game show, and I really enjoy watching even those series till today. And the contestants were smart, they looked intelligent, and you look at the people of today, dumb as fuck. Nothing upstairs in the head. I'm on TikTok. Like, how are you expecting anything to sit in your head if you're on a platform like that? What it's doing, number one, is it's giving the CCP, Chinese Communist Party, it's giving them all of your information. Oh, I don't care who has my information. I don't care that Bill Gates wants to track me. I just want to go buy my bread from Tesco. Like, this is the level of dumb you're looking at with people. And they've engineered people to be dumb. The mental and cognitive and psychological decline in people is frightening. A person doesn't need to be per se smart as much as they need to have lateral thinking and cunning. What's the next move? What do I have to do? But if there's nothing upstairs in the head, then you can't help people with that. A large part of success is not just dumping linear thinking, but it's about taking lateral thinking. It's about seeing people for what they are, what they're in. And one of the biggest things that magic actually teaches you in practicing it is seeing people's true face. Not the bullshit they want to show you, not like, oh, look, I'm important because I stand here, I do this, I have access to this. They may be having big talent to influence people with big money or something, but there's different levels of smart. And it's up to you to figure out what type of smart is it? Is it book smart? Is it linear smart? Is it sheep smart? Because that's predominantly what people think. So today I leave you with you guys to think, what is the best way I can look at different circumstances or situations in my life and employ lateral thinking with it? Lateral thinking is a very regal way of looking at situations, whereby you don't per se look at the situation as much as you let the situation look at you and then determine your next stage. For ritual work, one-to-one consultations, and elite mentoring, I'd love to hear from you soon. Take care.